consolation and conversation as casually as ever. It was my favorite word, and it fell from my tongue as light and airy as a feather. It was long and intricate and described such a beautiful thing. And it made me feel smart. It made me feel as though I was beyond the 4 years I had lived so far. I was praised for it, and I was every adult's little star. Everyone around me thought it was so cute and silly. It stopped being my favorite word after age 6, and by the time I was 10, the words I knew were no longer impressive. I said too much in class and started conversation too casually in the wrong settings. There was a constant change of scene. Parent-teacher meetings were now just as long and intricate as my former favorite word, but nowhere near as beautiful. She's so smart and so chatty, it's quite a distraction. This was the most common comment on my in-class behavior. I was chatty and a distraction. Not conversational and eager to participate. That's what Noah was. Noah talked more than me. Noah yelled out the answer in class even when he wasn't picked. Noah would get mad when you wouldn't answer his questions because you were focused on your work. But Noah was not chatty. Noah was not a distraction. Noah had just learned the word consolation at age 10. And to the teachers, that was impressive. Noah was conversational, I was chatty. Tyler was eager to participate, Emily was a distraction. Adrian had his ADHD diagnosed at 6, and Lisa was just hyper and obsessive. This pattern made me angry. It hurt me, and I didn't know how to express it. I was 10 when I started writing poetry. To express my anger, to express my hurt, to express the feelings too big for the little body I called home. It's then I began to hone in on that skill, allowing me the freedom to express my displeasure of being stuck in a classroom with a bias against it. If I remember correctly, I was 10 when, according to many, I had become a woman. When I was 14, a boy at my school was suspended for putting his hands where he did not belong. But he's not gone for long. He was only suspended for 3 days. And a lot of us thought this wasn't fair. The next day there was an assembly where our then principal spoke to the school, said that the victim should have come forward sooner in the year. Come on. But we were young women, and he was a boy. It felt like deja vu. I was 10 at that. I, along with many other girls in that room, had been women for 4, 5, 6 years going. The youngest of his victims were only 2. Her chest had only just begun growing, but she, our then principal, was a woman. And that principal was a boy. All over again, I was angry and hurt, but I finally had the ability to assert my displeasure. The displeasure of every girl in that room with emotions still too big for our still so little bodies. It's then we had to hone in on the fact that we were just girls and they were just boys. And that we are women and they are still just boys. According to this outdated and absurd way of thinking, I will soon be 6 years into womanhood. And just like 4, 5, and 6-year-old me, consolation is once again becoming one of my favorite words. Thank you.